MIMITAH BOFANDO's a 25-year-old unsigned solo musician from East London. Today she's going to the studio for rehearsals to prepare for her debut album, which is due to be released in the new year. MIMITAH's just one of thousands of female musicians in the UK trying to break into the music industry. She's travelled all over the world as a backing singer and dancer and has performed in front of crowds of up to 40,000 people. Back in the UK, MIMITAH's travelled miles and miles gigging and conducting dance workshops, and recently was a presenter for a bass guitar tutorial which will be released on DVD.
Tell us, do I look at the camera or...?
Yeah, you can.
When MIMITAH arrived at the studio, I asked her what inspired her to become a musician.
What inspired me to become a musician was when I was young, I was watching Michael Jackson a lot. I used to always love his music and his videos. It was amazing, which everybody loves. And I thought, yeah, I want to become like Michael Jackson.
MIMITAH has embraced many musical styles, including hip-hop and fusion, bringing together of rock and African music, and she can sing in 5 different languages. I asked her if she preferred performing live on stage rather than just producing an album in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, live music, it's basically you are talking to the public and you gain a response back. And, you know, it's actually, yeah, it's better than recording, definitely.
And I understand that you've done dancing on stages around the world. What, you know, in front of some big crowds, what's that like to actually get up there and do that?
Well, I've done dancing in different bands. I dance for different bands, and mainly African dancing. And I did one with Kanda Bongo Man, big artist. And we did one in Australia, which was a huge crowd, the biggest crowd I've ever done. And it was nerve-wracking, but once I got on stage, the welcoming, the warm audience was amazing, and I loved it. It's not easy to record, you know, especially when it's your first one. You need a lot of experience, and you're just never quite sure whether you're doing the right thing or not, you know, so I'll get there.
MIMITAH aims to release her single in Africa first, then target Europe, as she feels it's easier to target an African audience. She's working hard to promote her music around the world, with the use of websites like MySpace, which gets your music to an audience that might not necessarily have heard of her through local promotion.
Yeah.
Shows like The X Factor and Pop Idol create manufactured bands and artists. A Daily Mail reader said, "Real talent will find a way through. These TV shows build up the hopes of those who wouldn't have made it otherwise." I asked MIMITAH, in light of Leona winning The X Factor, how hard she thought it was for a female artist to sign a record deal.
I think it's quite difficult as a female artist to get a record deal. Well, I did actually start off with sending my stuff to the record companies. It's always not what they're looking for. You know, I think for me, I think they tend to look for people the kind of people that they want to see, and not be open to a new idea or anything like that. So it's always we're looking for the next Pink, or we're looking for the next Spice Girl, and not something totally fresh.
MIMITAH's musical journey has just begun. She's already done so much to help her career, and at only the age of 25. I had one final question for her. whether her family supported her search for success within the music industry.
My family kind of support me and don't support me. Well, they're not into music, but I have my little sister's into music with me, and she's definitely on board. But my mum and dad, no, not quite. Not really into it.
Since this program, MIMITAH's recorded her single and is in the process of promotion and distribution. She now has a website which will digitally distribute her album. There are thousands of musicians all over the world trying to get on the musical train of success, and this has been a short insight into MIMITAH BOFANDO's career.